Most of us are spending a lot more time inside right now. It's hot, it's humid, and it rains pretty much every afternoon or evening. But do you have good air quality inside your home? Billy Swanson is the president of Tri-County Air Conditioning and Heating, and Seth Lisik is the director of field operations. They are here to help you keep your family safe. Great to have you with us.
Good to be here.
I feel like we don't think about this, right? We're home, everything's fine, we're just happy not to be outside. What can be wrong with our indoor air quality?
Well, it's a good place to start is what are the poor sources that your respiratory system is breathing? And you can think of one, the living organisms, the microbial spores. And when it talks about poor indoor air quality, all of these sources are in the air. Now, what is the concentration of them? And many people are so different to the concentration. Some people are more sensitive. So what are they? Microbial spores, living organisms. We learned from 2020 that, oh, by the way, there's viral things that are in the air. But there's also the common dust particles, dust mites, skin particles.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Say no more, please.
Skin particles. And then another very poor source is gaseous odors. You have the carbon monoxide, formaldehydes, and there's.
And you don't mean my teenagers.
There's quite a few people that have a high sensitivity to even the gaseous odors, and of course the common ones of the methane and so forth. But those are the sources. You have living. And then you have non-living particles, and then you have gaseous odors.
Okay, so this time of year when we are spending so much more time inside, Seth, what can we do to make sure that we do have good enough indoor air quality?
Yeah, solutions for good indoor air quality can be attributed to two different groupings: foundational indoor air quality and supplemental indoor air quality. So think of health like a healthy lifestyle. They have tons of supplements for working out and stuff like that to improve and get even better, but if you're not doing the foundations correctly, it can not have as much benefit. So for foundational indoor air quality, you want to have good pressurization inside your house, meaning oftentimes we have bathroom exhaust fans, we have our hood vent over our kitchen that we run when we're cooking, and then most commonly that doesn't get thought about is your dryer inside of the home. If you have a laundry room inside the space, that's an exhaust vent that is expelling air outside of the house. So every time air leaves the house, air's got to be brought back in. So that's either going to be brought back in intentionally or unintentionally. So unintentionally is through cracks in the windows, and it's unconditioned, unfiltered air that can contribute to poor indoor air quality, or you can bring it in intentionally through a ventilating dehumidifier or a fresh air duct and filter it, condition that air, and safely bring it back into the space.
All right, and is that what you brought in here?
Yep, that would be a Santa Fe ventilating dehumidifier. So that takes air that's inside of the house and air that's outside, filters it, and then dehumidifies that air and brings it back into the space safely.
Where would you put it? Where does this live in the home?
So that would live in the attic or in the garage and gets ducted in and paired with your HVAC system. Now that's a very high level solution, and there's a lot of different solutions based off of budget. Dehumidifiers this is a whole home dehumidifier. There's also portable dehumidifiers that you can use inside of the space or in a room inside of the home, and they need to be emptied as they collect water as they absorb humidity.
Right, we use those near the bathroom. Now you brought a special filter. Does this work in conjunction with this dehumidifier or is this separate?
So that particular box filter gets paired with your air handler. So the primary purpose of a filter for your air conditioning system is really to keep large particles from entering into the evaporator coil. But what Billy was talking about with poor indoor air quality and high particle count on the stuff that we breathe in, a lot of filters aren't dense enough to remove those particles, and they end up landing inside of the air conditioner, and then the air conditioner is actually a breeding ground for microbial growth. It's dark.
Look at the thickness of this.
There's
Two
a
things
lot
I
of
noticed.
surface area.
This is really thick, much more than the half-inch ones most of us put in, and it's black. In fact, I accused him of bringing us a dirty filter, but you said that that's because it's a charcoal filter.
Yep, that actually has charcoal to absorb odors as well. So it's important.
Improving your filtration, even in the handler, can really make a difference.
Correct, and it needs to be done done correctly, because that's a 5-inch filter. It has a lot of surface area. You can't just go out to Home Depot and buy, or any store, and buy a real high dense 1-inch filter. It can be damaging to the performance of the air conditioner and lead to breakdowns.
Okay, so you have to work with a professional to upgrade the correct filtration.
Correct. Absolutely.
That matches the quality of the ductwork and the size of the ductwork in your home, because every filter restricts the air that
you don't want to damage
breathe,
your system.
and you do not want to over restrict the air and damage the system. And as Seth was saying, that air handler is the breeding ground for the microbial spore, the mold and microbial spore growth. So there are some products that can help with that. But the biggest thing we want to let people know is there is not a single product that is going to improve and take care of all those sources. It's a process, it's a system.
Okay, and it's about getting educated, so I appreciate Billy and Seth for being here. Billy wanted to point out that there is a lot more information about indoor air quality so that you can start to determine what your needs may be, and then you can work with the professional team, of course, at Tri-County Air. And to find out more information and watch those videos, you can go to tricountyair.com.